Hello and welcome to the International School of Traders Forex weekly analysis and signals. Guys, if you are coming here for the very first time, welcome to this YouTube channel and please subscribe and like this video. You can then share it with other people later on, please. Okay, awesome stuff. What we're hoping to do here is to share with you what is busy happening in the markets this coming week. Especially tomorrow on Monday and then Tuesday, we are going to be having daily trading sessions live with you guys, live on Zoom. Please excuse me. Let's look at what's going on in the news tomorrow. Now, tomorrow on the news, what I've seen is that we have a holiday in Canada, we have a holiday in the United States. Now, that's going to mean that we're going to have slow markets on the dollar and also on the Canadian dollar also, right? So we're going to have slow markets because banks will be closed. There'll be no trading tomorrow. And then we are going to be looking at German factory orders, and also the one to look out for is going to be construction PMI in Britain tomorrow. Okay, awesome stuff. Now let's look at what's going on in the markets. I would come to USD JPY later on. Let's look at gold first, right? Gold is one that I would really love to look at and start off on a daily time frame. Now, we know that gold has been one of the beautiful things that happened on the NFP. We traded NFP and it was a beautiful thing. We bought and, we made some money on the NFP. Now, what we are seeing is that around 1831, which I mentioned on Friday, there is a beautiful resistance there that we are seeing. There's a beautiful resistance, which at the moment market is keeping it as a resistance. But I believe that this resistance has been tried enough. Markets can now start breaking towards the top side. But if it doesn't, we're then going to trade the other way around. But some of the key levels and key areas to look out for here. One of the beautiful things that we can look out for is actually this support area, support zone, so that when markets do come down, we can prepare buy limits orders or some sort of, and then we can trade towards the top side. This is still a beautiful bullish market on a 4-hour time frame. So if you're wondering what's going on, this is a beautiful bullish market here on a 4-hour time frame that we are looking at, and it's still keeping, it's very constant with what's going on. We started buying also on Thursday here. This was a beautiful order that we took. We took around here, and then came the NFP. We were in profits already, and then after the NFP, we were in good profits, and we took our profit. There were profits around 18, 24, 27, and then 31. So yeah, on gold, I'm still optimistic that we still need to focus on buying at the moment. Is there anything I'm seeing on a 1-hour time frame? Yes, there is. There is this structure that we are looking at here, which if the market comes back, and try and retest this structure, we are then going to look for buy orders. We're going to look at taking buy orders here. Even buy limits will be cool later on, but we'll see how the market opens tonight. Let us see. I'm recording this on a Sunday evening, so yeah. Okay, and then Euro GBP is one of the most amazing things that I'm looking at. I'm looking at selling actually here. If looking at it on a daily time frame, this is a very beautiful bearish market on a daily time frame, and on a 4-hour time frame, you can see that we had a beautiful breakout during the NFP or before the NFP breakout that happened that we should have taken as a sell, but we didn't, right? I think our focus was on the dollar more. And then what we can look out for now is, obviously some sell orders around these zones. If you're looking at a 1-hour time frame, I believe that this is the first zone is actually where we are right now. to look at selling. The first zone is this one. Let me quickly take this one. Is this one to look out for. But if it doesn't work, then we are going to look at other zones, which are a little bit further higher than this one in terms of selling towards the downside. So we're looking to sell on Euro GBP, and then USD ZAR. I'm still constant with my idea of buying here. I'm very optimistic that we're still gonna see some beautiful buys from tomorrow or this week. If it doesn't happen, then I'm wrong in a correct way, because I'm looking at how the my daily SMAs are forming up and how they are doing. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong in a good way. That's how I say, okay, cool, I was wrong, but yeah, I was good also. If you go in a 4-hour time frame, there's a beautiful support zone that market has reached, and I believe that some buy orders need to be executed tomorrow if markets give us an entry, especially on a 1-hour time frame. On this one, we'll see how the market performs, but I'm very optimistic that we are going to see some beautiful buy zones here. Right, out of all, I think 4 trades that we took on USD ZAR from August to the beginning of from August, right? I don't know if we did take any order this week. Yeah, we did, but I'm not sure if it was August or it was September. Of all orders that we took, we only lost 1 and won 3. That's like 80% winning rate on USD ZAR. So yeah, I love it. Let's look at the Nasdaq, guys. So on the Nasdaq, if you look at it on a 4-hour time frame and the daily time frame, market is still very bullish here, but I'm suspecting some a little bit of a crash here where we are. We can expect a little bit of a downside on Nasdaq all the way down to 524. That's a beautiful level to start executing some buys. And then, if market do continue to the downside, then we'll wait for some perfect levels to execute this one. But I'm more optimistic on buying on Nasdaq as always, especially looking at the daily time frame. We are on the good side, on the buyer side of things. But daily time frame has given us some bearish pin bars there. There's some 2 other candles there which are struggling to break the 27 FE zone, but now there is also a pin bar there which is bearish. So there might be a little bit of a drop, but if that happens, then it's a good opportunity for us to continue and start buying more, even more. Right, cool stuff. Now, looking at Euro USD, is there anything there? I believe that markets are beautiful here. We've seen something very beautiful on a 4-hour time frame here on last week. I was expecting a sell here, but markets didn't actually give us a sell. I'm going to show you right now. Okay. So this is how I was expecting a sell around this zone, but the sell didn't happen quite the way we wanted it, right? But another view or kind of a setup that we can look at is actually looking at this one, this level, right? This level here, which is a level of resistance that we've seen in the past. This is a beautiful level of resistance that we can focus on at the moment and see if market do break towards the top side. It is some sort of a strong level, but not too strong. We'll see how the markets react towards this zone. But another thing that we can look out for is actually buying in this particular case. If you're looking at a 1-hour time frame, if you look at a 1-hour time frame here and zoom in a little bit, you can see that the market has been very, very bullish here. So meaning on the buy order side of things, we can still be on the good standings with this chart, right? Looking at buyers here. But where would I want to buy? I want to buy above this zone. I want to buy above this zone right here. I want to buy above this zone. Yeah, that's where I want to buy. CHF is one of the trades that we can look out for. It's been a very beautiful trend. It's been on a very beautiful trend, this one. If you look at it for our time frame, you know, it's a little bit of retracement there, but on a daily time frame, it's showing some good signs of a bullish market. But you can look at for something more like this one, which is this is a beautiful structure right here. This can be taken as a pennant or some sort, right? This can be taken. So any breakout here is going to be very good for us, whether towards the downside or top side. It's going to be very, very good and beneficial for us here. So I'm looking at that at the moment. This is what I'm looking at in terms of the breakout here. If it's break towards the top side, we're good for longs, which is something that I'm looking for mostly, especially on a daily time frame. But if market do break towards the downside, it's a new dawn again. We start looking for sell here in this particular case. Okay, cool stuff. GBP JPY is one of the trades that I've been looking at and looking for. So something amazing is happening on this one, right? First of all, we know that we have been looking at a possible some sort of a head and shoulders situation here, where market is expected to break towards the downside, and break towards the downside and do that. But market has not done that yet. Market retrace towards the 50-day moving average. Market can still push towards the downside, can still push towards the downside towards this support zone, and then continue towards the top side, or go towards the downside from here, right? These are two possible moves at the moment, and then the third one is actually is this one right here. The third possible move on GBP JPY. So we are on the right side of things. If you wanted to sell, actually, GBP JPY is on a perfect level of selling, but obviously you need to confirm on lower time frames for that one and see if we are going to have that beautiful sell entry. So if you get it, you're on the right side of things, right? And then there is there's AD and the USD JPY, which I would like to discuss before we close off this session. Please do like and subscribe on the do like this video and subscribe to this YouTube channel, guys. I really appreciate it. I appreciate your likes, appreciate your feedback also in the comments. Just let me know what do you think on these pairs on the comments. Now, before I even continue, or before I even shut down close of this session, let's discuss USD-JPY. Now, USD-JPY on a daily time frame has been very wonderfully good on a buyer's standpoint, right? We've had this beautiful bullish market here. Let me do this. This is beautiful bullish market, and then this right here is going to be what is going. This has been a beautiful bullish market. Let me just put it that way. But on the NFP, we know that market went down a little bit and created. Actually, not on the NFP. There has been this structure that we've been looking at for quite some time, which is markets bouncing at these levels and then creating lower lows and higher highs, right? The lower lows and higher highs in most cases begin to create what is called a symmetrical triangle. Guys, this trade, this setup is actually one of the setups that is being posted on the group by Menely C. She showed me earlier today. So for you guys who are in the group, this is the setup, right? Now the expectation here is that we can buy from here. This is a beautiful support zone towards that triangle or that resistance there. Now there can be a breakout and retest here, and then market continue towards the top side. That can also happen. But also what can happen is that market can come back down to this zone, maybe even do that once again. It doesn't matter, but market can also still come and break out to the downside and continue towards the downside this year. This can be a beautiful, whatever direction that the market takes, it can be beautiful, right? Let's see how markets play this next morning or tomorrow. Let's see how markets perform. There can be a sell limit order that can be set up there. There can be a buy. There can be a buy order executed, or a sell stop, even a buy stop up there. So anything is possible. But a symmetrical triangle, in most cases, we wait for it to reach the apex and actually break out. A breakout towards the downside is good, and the breakout towards the upside is good. Use proper risk management. You're on good standings right there. Okay, awesome stuff. Thank you so much, guys, for coming through. It has been an honor. Thank you for coming and liking and sharing these videos, and commenting on this YouTube channel. There is more content coming. Subscribe and be informed always. See you on the other side of the withdrawals. Shalom.